Some of the built-in math functions in Python can be used directly on a list or on a tuple if the data are made up of numbers. Let's see an example. First, let's create a list with numbers. So in line 3, I've created a list of numbers and assigned it to a variable called temperature. Now, we will sum the values in this list and divide it by the total elements to give us the average value. And we can think about this as average temperature in this context. And to do that, let's use the sum function on the temperature variable. This will return to us the total value. And let's divide it by the total number of elements. And to do that, we can use the length function on the temperature variable to return to us the number of elements in the temperature variable. Now let's assign this math expression to another variable called AVG, or average temperature. Now, we can insert the average variable as well as the minimum and maximum value using a f string this way. So in line 5, notice that there are 3 strings with a pair of curly braces as placeholder each. So the first string would be average temp, followed by a first pair of curly braces. And the second string would be minimum temp, followed by a second pair of curly braces. And the third string would be maximum temp, followed by a third pair of curly braces. Now, the average variable is placed in the first curly braces, and this will return to us the value calculated from line 4. While the minimum function on temperature will return to us the minimum value from the temperature variable, and in this case we can expect the minimum value to be 5.7. And lastly, the maximum function on temperature in the third placeholder will return to us the highest value in the list, and in this case we can expect 31.5 to be returned. Now notice the 2 strings, which is the minimum temp and maximum temp, will be printed in new lines since we are using the backward slash followed by an and to print on new lines. So let's execute the code and see the output. So as expected, we can see from the output that the average temperature after the calculation in line 4 returns 17.98, while the minimum and the maximum temperature are extracted from the list this way.